Hello everyone and welcome to my next reaction to Star Wars Rebels. So I have to say, as of me filming this about maybe a week ago-ish, the first reaction for Star Wars Rebels went out on my channel, and I just want to say thank you because you guys were so nice, so encouraging, really excited for these reactions, and you know, I don't know, I just wanted to say thanks because it made me feel lovely and special, okay? All right, I'm really excited to continue on in this show. I am loving it so far. Let's go. Oh, right. We ended on a cliffhanger. Ah! Oh, no!
He said he knows what happened to your parents.
I already know what happened. They're dead. So go.
Oh, sweetie.
Are my parents dead?
Oh.
Bridger should hide. The troopers came. They took Mira and Ephraim Bridger away.
Where? Where did they take them?
Oh.
Forgive Sibo. Forgive him.
Forgive you?
Sibo. Veil. Sibo was afraid.
You could have stopped them. Why didn't you stop them? Forgive you? My parents trusted you and you failed them. And you failed me.
God.
I'll never forgive you for that. This is Sibo.
And did Sibo just signal hyperspace coordinates directly to my ship?
That would be my guess.
Thank you, Sibo. I think you saved our lives.
Yeah, I guess there's a first time for everything.
Oh. I mean, I get why Ezra has such a chip on his shoulder about it. I feel bad though.
I still sense the Jedi in his Padawan within my grasp.
Ooh.
You do care what happens to him.
Why should I? He did nothing to save my parents.
What could he have done against the entire Empire?
And besides, look at what he's done since. Maybe he's trying to make up for letting you down. Why else would he take on the Empire alone?
Maybe.
Empire lost in Swastika. Imperial XX-23S threat tracker was developed by Sinar Systems to trace ships through hyperspace to destination.
Oh, okay. Oh.
If you can modify the hyperspace coordinates,
I could.
then we can pass by the asteroid field where the old clone base is.
You mean the base with the nasties who live in the shadows?
Wait, what? Why would we want to go down there?
He's right, Kanan.
Back on Lothal, I sensed it. The Inquisitor is on our trail, and as long as Ezra and I are on board the Ghost, we're jeopardizing Sibo's escape.
I think
So
that's
I
true.
gotta lead the go.
And don't worry, I'll be right beside you.
Oh. Oh. Oh, my feelings.
If I let myself believe my folks were alive, if I let myself believe they'd come back and save me, I'd never have learned how to survive.
I totally
You ready?
feel that, but I think you're gonna regret it if you don't try to figure out where your parents might have been taken to, you know? Oh, my heart, though. I feel so bad.
Just be safe. And Ezra, look out for Kanan.
Somebody has to.
Ready for separation.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Why is it spinning so much? No, thank you. Can it stop spinning? Oh my god.
That was the easy part.
Wow. That was visually very stunning, but too much spinning. Too much.
I'm gonna need you to connect with them like I was trying to teach you before, if we're gonna survive this.
Is now really the best time for a lesson?
No, but I figure it's learning like you do best, by surviving.
Oh.
Kanan, I can't. I'm afraid.
I got news for you, kid. Everyone's afraid. But admitting it as you just did, makes you braver than most.
Oh my god, I love that.
Into the jaws of a nightmare. One with the Force. One with the Force. One with the Force. One with the Force.
Yep.
One with the Force. One with the Force.
You got it. I don't know that he has it, but you got it. I'm being encouraging. Oh.
Ezra! What are you afraid of?
I'm afraid of knowing. I'm afraid of the truth. I'm sorry. I forgive you, Sibo.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. Forgive me for everything.
Oh. There we go. Oh my God. Wow. Wow.
Acknowledged, Fulcrum. We're ready and waiting.
I don't suppose Zeb and I could get to meet Fulcrum this time.
Nope.
Oh my
This
God.
time you stay in the cockpit.
She will not let that go. No, ma'am. She will not.
SIBO access file on Ezra Bridger's parents. SIBO knows Bridger's fate.
Then tell me, Sibo. Tell me, and I'll tell Ezra.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh boy. Party's here.
Since
Oh! Work! Wow.
guess if you want something done right.
Oh boy. Okay. Oh! Oh shit. Oh!
You're not going near it.
Okay.
I believe
Well,
I am.
oh, you
In fact,
tried.
It's time to end, but I will not say nothing can.
Oh! Oh god. Oh boy.
Darkness is too strong for you.
No, 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 no. Oh shit. Oh no, 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 no. Okay. Oh fuck.
Ezra, no.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh boy.
It's okay. We're leaving.
Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I mean, that was badass, but you know, like, but uh-oh, you know what I mean? Hey! So rude! Get out of there! Quick, 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 quick! Bye! Woo! Woo!
If your will isn't strong enough when you open yourself to the Force, you become vulnerable to the dark side.
I
Yeah,
was trying to protect you.
that was the
I
uh-oh.
know,
That was
but your anger and fear cause...
I don't remember it.
That's for the best.
Is it? I don't know.
I didn't teach you what you needed to know. I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness. You guys are gonna figure it out. I have faith.
Ezra, I have something to...
Ezra needs a little time to himself right now.
Oh. Oh, Ezra.
I have just what you need. It's the holodisc from your old house. It was pretty degraded, but I cleaned it up. And
Oh.
Mom? Dad?
happy birthday, Ezra Bridger.
Oh my goodness. You delightful sweet soul.
Hey, Kanan. Sorry I'm late. I was with Sabine. So, you can invite me in?
You didn't knock. So what makes you think you need an invite?
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Then
Wow.
you should knock first.
Snip
Not for
it.
that. I am ready. Wait, ready for what?
For a test. A real challenge. One that could determine if you're meant to be a Jedi or not.
Oh. Okay.
I never said you were a Jedi. I said you had the potential to become one. But you
Oh!
lack discipline, focus.
Come on, you know how I grew up. I'm not used to all these rules. Kanan, I want to become the Jedi you see in me. The one I don't always see
Well,
in
then you have to
myself.
follow the rules,
Lucky I'm not my
sweetie.
master. I want you to meditate. Let the Force guide you to one of them.
What if I can't find it?
That's part of the test.
Oh. Is this going to be similar to the Clone Wars episode with the younglings and that story arc?
So, and it's right here on Lothal.
You sure?
I can't give you the coordinates, but I can direct us there. I know I can.
Autopilot disengaged.
You already knew. And it told you there was a Jedi temple on Lothal?
The holocron holds extensive star maps, but I was as surprised as you that there was a temple here.
Huh. Interesting.
You better figure out how we get inside. And don't take too long. Remember, the Empire has access to all the old Jedi records. They may know about this temple and have it under surveillance.
So be quick about it. Wow.
You lost focus.
Well, dead guys are distracting.
In here, you'll have to face your worst fears and overcome them. I'm not going with you.
What? Well, where are you gonna be?
Right here. With them. Masters whose Padawans never returned.
You're putting your life in my hands?
You put your training in mine.
Damn. Wow, don't fuck it up. No pressure.
What exactly am I looking for? Nothing and everything. That doesn't help.
That was ridiculously unhelpful. Oh my god. You know I hate when they say shit like that. The vague, like, everything and nothing. And what guides you in your heart. It's like, okay, great.
Really? That's how you're choosing? What happened to using the Force?
What happened to having faith in me?
Second thoughts. Fortunately. Come on.
Kanan! Kanan!
Nah, okay.
I felt a disturbance in the Force the moment the Jedi decided to bring you here, Padawan.
I don't think this is real. Although it might be. I'm not. But this is supposed to test Ezra, so I feel like this is a. Oh! How rude! How rude! That does seem kind of real. But this is like an illusion. Ah! Not the spinnies. Yeah, this is looking trippy. It's an illusion. Oh boy! Wow.
Your turn.
I'll make you pay! I swear you'll pay!
Oh.
Apparently someone...
You got it, Ezra. I know. This is, oh my god. He's going through so much. I feel bad. Yeah.
I don't think Ezra was ready.
A lot of different visions, a lot of illusions.
Which is too bad.
Really? Is I'll be happy just to get my cabin back to myself.
It's too bad because he had skills that were useful to our cause.
Knew there was a reason you were being so nice to him.
Oh, stop. It's not real, babe. Oh, God. Ugh. Don't be ruled by fear. It's not real. Take a breath. Or...
Kanan? Kanan, where are you? No, he died. The Inquisitor killed him.
No, he did. Okay.
Or was that an illusion too? Either way, I'm trapped. No way I get this open on my own.
Oh, stop. I believe in you.
Bandit. Been alone before. Survived. I can survive this. Maybe Kanan's not dead. Maybe he's just injured.
There you
He
go.
might need my help in that.
Oh! We love it.
How perceptive.
No. Afraid of being alone again? Sure. Afraid of letting down my master? Absolutely.
Your master lies dead and rotting in a forgotten tunnel.
Work. There you go. You got it.
Big fears have you faced, young one?
Yes.
For what lies ahead, ready are you? See more clearly what you could not see before.
Who are you?
The guide. Kid's taking too long.
No, it's okay.
Patience. Remember of your own training.
Master, how can this be?
Be not concerned with how. No, I am here because you are here.
Thank you, Master.
And because he's motherfucking Yoda, and he can do anything.
And now, Master, are you? Of this decision, honest you must be.
It's true. I'm not sure of my decision to train Ezra. Not because of him or his abilities. Because of me.
Oh.
Because of who I am.
Oh my goodness, he needs a confidence booster. Oh.
Which way is the right way?
The wrong question, that is.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I don't understand. Kanan said I was going to be tested, but he never said what for or why.
And your master tell you everything, must he?
Well,
Ooh!
no.
Your path, you must decide. Tell me, why must you become Jedi?
I don't know, I guess because Kanan believes I can.
Ah, Kanan thinks you can.
It looks almost Gallifreyan.
Become stronger. I'd make the Empire suffer for everything it did.
Okay.
For everything it took.
Nope.
For my parents.
That's...
I wouldn't be helpless anymore. Kanan would never. He's a good master, a great master.
Then why seek you revenge?
I don't.
Inside you, much anger, much fear.
I just want to protect myself and my friends.
And this is why you must be Jedi.
Yes, and not just them, everyone. I'll protect everyone. Before I met Kanan, I only ever thought of myself. But Kanan and the rest, they don't think like that. They help people, they give everything away, and I see it. I see how it makes people feel. They feel alive, like I do now.
Good, good. Ahead of you a difficult path there is, Padawan. A Jedi you may yet be.
Oh my god, the fucking music and just, I get...
How are you?
Different, but the same. What is it? It's good, right?
Ezra. That's a kyber crystal.
Yeah!
Oh, wow. What's a kyber crystal?
It's a lightsaber crystal. Getting a lightsaber crystal is a big step.
Alright.
I was just thinking, shouldn't we use it as a base or something? Who knows what else is in there?
I know what's in there. The past.
And apparently Yoda. Or his essence. Or Adam.
What kind of lightsaber could he possibly build with the junk we have laying around?
Well, I had a few spare parts I found over the years.
And I had some bits and pieces that might work.
Oh, that's really
Modulation circuits, an energy
sweet.
gate.
I gave him some additional tech. He was pretty specific about what he was looking for.
They all gave him, like, stuff. Oh, that's so amazing.
I thought I'd let you check it out first.
Look at that!
Well, it's different, but that seems about right for you.
Oh! Okay, work. There you go! Beautiful. Okay guys, I definitely know that the last episode and the first episode of these two were supposed to be the two-parter, but I actually think that these two episodes went together very, very well. A huge focus on Ezra and Kanan, and, you know, basically their relationship, but also the struggles that both of them are going to face. You know, obviously, I talked in the last reaction a little bit about this, but I loved sort of the moment where Ezra kind of realized that he, you know, he's afraid of some things. You know, there was, I totally understand what he was talking about when he was like, I had to kind of put my parents out of my mind and not really think about that so that I could survive. You know, if I held out that hope that they were going to come back and they don't, it's just so very almost damaging to you to have that hope, because then you don't really learn how to stand up on your own and do things on your own and everything like that. And it's kind of coupled with this interesting dynamic of him kind of finding a new family that, again, he doesn't want anything to happen to. He doesn't want to feel that sort of abandonment again. A very significant moment for Ezra when he sort of controls, I assume, this is how I interpreted the mama of those creatures, or the big one, I don't know, to go after the Inquisitor. It was all born out of fear, protection, anger, which, you know, a lot of times is not great in this universe. Sometimes for you know, people who are very force sensitive, to sort of tap into those emotions and then use those emotions, you know what I mean? So that I think, you know, obviously is such a badass moment, but it's also, you know, I see why, you know, Kanan had the concerns that he did in that moment, and what do you do going forward? I actually find it really, really interesting. Now, for me, I really hope this, you know, master Padawan, you know, relationship goes a little bit different than the one that we're very used to, or the one that has been heavily focused on, obviously, I mean, Obi-Wan and Anakin. But, you know, I do think that it was really interesting that the next episode really just dealt with that as well. And, you know, it's kind of about Ezra learning to not necessarily be so controlled by fears. And I loved that moment where he kind of said, you know, I've been alone before, I could do it again. You know, a lot of things, at least what Ezra's going through in these 2 episodes is not completely, but it's oddly relatable with somebody who has suffered from anxiety. And it was quite a few years that I was just completely riddled with anxiety for a lot of different reasons. And it was a lot of me putting pressure on myself, and I'm not going to go into all of the, you know, logistics of everything that I was feeling or all of the details, I guess. But there was a lot of me having to figure out what I was so afraid of and accept the fact that those fears might happen. You know, a lot of anxiety or worry or anything like that can come from you just fixating on a specific worry or a specific problem or something that you fear. And sometimes you actually have to feel the fear in order to kind of get past it. And I don't know that that was exactly what Ezra went through, but I felt, I don't know, I felt a little relatability there because I did go through such a it was a long process of me, and I still suffer from anxiety every so often, and it's definitely not, you know, completely gone or anything like that, but it's definitely not as bad as it once was. I mean, it was years, it was like a couple of years of me just constantly in this state of anxiousness, and it was rough you have to like retrain your brain. And I think a lot of that is, you know, these negative emotions. I would always beat myself up if I ever had like a negative emotions or worry or fear or anger and all of that stuff. And it's not that you shouldn't feel those things. Those things are natural to feel. It's more about how you deal with those emotions when they come on, which I think is kind of a little bit of maybe what Ezra is going through. I don't know. I felt like it was slightly relatable, and I wanted to share that. But I loved the appearance of Yoda, and not just talking to Ezra. You know, he's talking to Kanan as well, and he's, you know, oh my God, he is so worried about failing Ezra as much as I think Ezra is worried about failing him. And I kind of find this whole dynamic really, really interesting, and something that I hope that they learn to both rely on each other, have faith in each other, and grow together as, you know, not just as, you know, like a teacher-student sort of a role, but also as people who kind of fight side by side, friends, or, you know, whatever, family, whatever you want to label it as. I find that to be really, really interesting. And I loved, you know, that whole focus within these 2 episodes. I thought it was great. The only thing that I do want to say, because I always want to be really transparent about anything that I know or anything that I get spoiled on. So if you're watching along Rebels with me, just turn off the reaction here. I'm going to talk about something that I feel like I was slightly spoiled on. And meaning if you're, you know, going along the show with me and you haven't watched the whole thing before, that's the better way to phrase it. I'm sorry. I felt like that wasn't that clear. Stop right here. But those of you who have watched Rebels before, you can keep watching, because I just want to let you guys know. When I watched the first episode of The Mandalorian this season, I was very frustrated, because it was even in that reaction that I announced that I was going to be reacting to Rebels and all of that stuff. There was a specific scene with, I guess the term that a lot of people were using were like space whales. And so many people, it was not one person, it was not 2 people, it was not only 3 people. There was a plethora of people who just started spouting out, you know, stuff that probably has something to do with Ezra. So I assume Ezra makes it. I have no idea. And it has to do with him possibly controlling the animals of some kind. I don't know. I tried to not read any, like, I would get like I would read a little bit and I would go, no, go away. But it was crazy. And there was just a lot of comments I had to get removed, and it was utterly ridiculous that in the reaction that I, like, you know, that I'm saying like, hey, I'm going to start Rebels. I hope you're excited, that you go on to spoil Rebels is just ridiculous to me. And anyway, like, I really just didn't, sorry, I'm venting a little bit right now. I just didn't think it was necessary. You could have just watched that reaction and just moved on and not said anything. You know, I'm sure that there were some people who stumbled upon the reaction and they're not subscribed and they don't know what I've watched in Star Wars lore, and they're not, you know, watching the intro or anything, or the, you know, outro or whatever, that I talk about these things and what I'm watching and what I plan to watch. But there was enough people that it was just kind of frustrating. I just don't understand why that had to happen. But the reason that I'm saying this is I am always super honest about anything that I've seen. You know, I haven't really, I've steered clear of comment sections for The Mandalorian kind of since, until they're kind of cleaned up or whatever, however you want to call it. But really, it was just frustrating. But whenever that does happen, and it can happen, I can get spoiled on stuff. It happens. I like to let you know what I know and everything like that. And the reason that I'm choosing this reaction to talk about it is just because it seemed kind of relevant with the moment at the end of the first episode with Ezra kind of being, you know, throughout his fear and anger and all of the, you know, kind of controlling that animal. And I don't know if that's going to continue on and be part of a storyline. But just so you know, I at least, that's what I was spoiled on. If it's a spoiler, I don't know. Anyway, just wanted to let you guys know that. Anyway, if you would like to support me on Patreon or subscribe, I would really appreciate it. But if not, I'm just happy that you were here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.